Welcome back to part 2 of this morning's live stream. Sorry about the technical snafu. Installing OBS on a new laptop is always a technological adventure. Let's continue. So, in addition to playing with metaphors. Whoops, wrong button. Let's see if we can't fix that real quick. So in addition to playing with metaphors of impermanence as well as metaphors of interdependence, we're going to see if we can't shed some light on the idea of emptiness. When taken literally, it always results in absurdity, but only makes sense when taken figuratively. Now, any English teacher worth their weight in salt will remind us that a simile is only as useful as it is relatable. So we're going to find real world examples of non-graspable vast empty voids. Now, with that intention firmly in mind, let us begin with chanting with the word may. Please remember, may here is not an inference of a supplication to a real or imagined entity. We are simply using words to guide our intentions. Let's chant. May we feel how all perceiving, emoting, intending, thinking, recalling, and imagining minds could be as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into a vast empty void. Like the illusion of the infinite atlas going on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which although tantalizing to the eye could be non-graspable to the hand. So we're going to take all these words and coalesce them into just 6 syllables that we're going to divide between our inhalation and our exhalation. We now turn to the 7th and 8th folds of the Buddha's Eightfold Path, Ati Yoga's mindfulness and meditation. And we will begin, I will explain these and we can begin practicing these after approximately 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I've spent about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that you will not have to. Welcome, my friends, to meditate like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. Now, I'm going to take a moment to edit because this don't look right. So here we go. Let's see if I can't tighten things up. That might be a little more pleasing to the eye, if possible. So, let us return to the task at hand. Anu Yoga's energy work supports Ati Yoga's mindfulness and meditation, and there are many flavors of energy work. I'm rather fond of mudra or finger gesture oriented energy work. So we stand on the precipice of our first collection of our left hand's 8 sets, which we begin counting on our left little finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And our, but 8 sets of what? 8 sets of our right hand's 12 repetitions or 12 rounds. And what we do is we keep track of that on our right hand. And every time we inhale, we advance our thumb so that over the course of 12 inhalations, our thumb could be used to count 12 rounds, which is 1 inhalation and 1 exhalation. Thusly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the phrase first collection infers that there are several collections. So to keep track of these collections, this first of 4 collections of silent meditation, we are going to rest the great knuckle at the base of our right little finger upon the tip of our left little finger in our lap. Thus, our subtle energies coalesce at the secret wheel in the region of our bladder. Now we get to the stuff that's really interesting. Ati Yoga's spontaneous awareness and release. How does that work? What if mindfulness was simply noticing in a very special way? Noticing vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly, but noticing what? Noticing the antics of mind's perceptions, emotions, intentions, cognitions, recollections, and imaginings. How could we practice this? Simple. We could silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during each inhalation. And what if meditation? Whoopsie. What if meditation was simply relaxing into our exhalation in such a manner that it caused all that we perceived during our previous inhalation to at least fleetingly feel less solid, less permanent, and less defining. And how could we practice that? Simple. During each exhalation, we could silently and mentally recite the 1-syllable verb during each exhalation. Welcome to this morning's live stream. We come now to our second collection of, let's see here, our left hand's 8 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of our right hand's 12 rounds, which we're in. During each inhalation, we advance our right thumb so that over the course of 12 breaths, our thumb would record 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rounds or repetitions. Now, this is our second collection, and to keep track of our 4 collections of silent meditations, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right ring finger upon the tip of our left ring finger in our lap, whereupon our thumbs could happily count creases. Doing so induces our subtle energies to coalesce at our navel wheel. So what is mindfulness, also known as sati or rigpa? What if it was simply noticing in a very special way? Noticing vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly, but noticing what? Noticing mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. How can we do that simply and elegantly? We could silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during each inhalation. But what is meditation? What if meditation was simply relaxing into our exhalation in such a manner as to induce that which we perceived during our previous inhalation to at least fleetingly seem less solid, less permanent, and even less defining? It is odd, isn't it? I'll be right back. I'm back. Thank you for your patience. We come now to our third collection of our left hand's 8 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Always beginning with little finger. And our right hand's 12 rounds, wherein during each inhalation we advance our right thumb so that over the course of 12 inhalations we will collect 4 rounds, or mark 4 rounds thusly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Always beginning with little finger. Now, this is our third collection, third of 4, and so to keep track of all these collections, we work with our knuckles. And so right now we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger upon the tip of our left middle finger in our lap. Doing so could induce our subtle energies to coalesce at our heart. This brings us to Hatha Yoga's spontaneous awareness and release. So what is this awareness? What is this mindfulness? What is this sati? What is this rigpa? What if it was as simple as noticing in a very special way? Noticing vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly. But noticing what? Noticing mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. Could there be an easy and elegant way and manner in which to do so? Yes. Yes, there is. We could silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during each inhalation. But what is meditation? What if meditation was as simple as relaxing into our exhalation in such a way that caused that which we perceived during our previous inhalation to now feel fleetingly less solid, less permanent, and less defining. Oh, won't you please meditate with me? And do you remember, the moment you have a specific question about Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist practice, or Buddhist meditation, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window. I check for questions approximately once every 10 minutes. We come now to our fourth and final collection pertaining to silent meditation, wherein our left hand records 8 sets, beginning with the little finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And our right hand collects, during each inhalation, a record of 12 repetitions or rounds, beginning again with the little finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We keep track of our sets with our knuckles. And so now we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger upon the tip of our left index finger in our lap. Doing so could induce our subtle energies to coalesce at the crown. That is a very loud alert. So, as this finger counting influenced Honor Yoga's energy work, we now turn our attention to Anti-Yoga's mindfulness and meditation. What if mindfulness was simply noticing in a very special way? Noticing vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly. But noticing what? Noticing mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. Wow, man, this thing is just too loud. Put this thing on silent. Okay, here we go. Now, could there be an easy and almost elegant way to do this? Yes. We could silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during each inhalation. But what is meditation? What if meditation was simply relaxing into each exhalation in a way that caused that which we perceived during our previous inhalation to feel fleetingly less solid, less permanent, and less defining? Would there be an easy way to practice that? Yeah, sure, you betcha. Silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb ease during each exhalation. Hey, I'm going to have to make this a truncated practice, for I am sorely under the weather. We switch now from silent meditation to mantra meditation. So let's begin by reviewing one of many explanations of this mantra. The Buddha had many nicknames. One of them was Shakya Muni. Thus, this mantra is an elaboration of that nickname. Let's chant. With whom we invoke the archetype of the Muni, wise one, Muni, wise one. Maha, greatly wise one, Muni, yea, of the Shakas, Soha, enlightenment for all. One moment, please. I'm working with the latest version of Word, so everything is just daffy. All right, let's continue. So how does this mantra meditation business work? Whoops, my mistake. During each inhalation, we could recite, silently and mentally recite, relaxing into this. And this is whatever we notice, whether it is external or internal, physical or mental, pleasurable or painful, interesting or boring, glorious or grotesque. What do we do during our exhalation? We physically relax as best we can while striving to chant this 12-syllable mantra 3 times per breath. So let me show you how we can keep track of this on our right hand. Each finger can keep track of 1 breath. Each set of creases upon our finger keeps track of a repetition. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. 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 Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Pardon me. We now, to mark our second collection of our right hand's 12 rounds, we can rest the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger on the tip of our left index finger in our lap. Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Sawa. Muni muni ma muni eso wa om. Muni muni ma muni eso wa om. Muni muni ma muni eso wa. Fabulous. Okay. To mark our third collection, let us rest the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger upon the tip of our left middle finger in our lap. Om muni muni ma muni eso wa. 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 To mark our fourth collection of 12 mantras, we can rest the great knuckle at the base of our right ring finger upon the tip of our left ring finger in our lap. Om mani mani ma mani eso wa. 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 To keep track of our fifth collection of 12 mantras, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right little finger upon the tip of our left little finger in our lap. Om mani mani ma mani eso wa. 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 We continue with the mantra, but shift from mantra meditation, the noticing and releasing of that which spontaneously arises. Instead, we switch to Mahayoga's compassionate cool down. Why do we do that? Because loving kindness comprises 50% of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Come on, machine, don't fail me now. Here we go. Aha. Let's try that again. This is a latest version of Word that I'm still trying to get used to, and I apologize for the learning curve. Let's chant. Rather than indulge our controlling tendencies with the follies of active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief, we could just recite these kind words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors for statements literal. And relax into the flexibility that savors the chance explaining metaphors as similes. To keep track of our 6th collection of 12 rounds of mantras, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right little finger upon the tip of our left little finger in our lap. What follows is not a supplication to a real or imagined entity, but merely us using words in an effort to guide our intention upon the path of empathy. May we be a fount of blessing for all upon whom we think or who think of us. May all minds of all beings now be as peacefully enlightened as the mind of a real or imagined Buddha symbolized by a tikle one syllable seed or bija mantra. We're now going to take all these words and coalesce them into just 6 syllables that we could silently and mentally recite during our inhalation. During our exhalation, we will continue to do 2 things. Physically relax, and strive to recite this mantra 3 times per breath. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa, Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa, Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa, Om 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 Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. The mental morality of kind intention is the 2nd fold of the Buddha's 8-fold path. To keep track of our 7th collection of 12 recitations of the mantra, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right ring finger upon the tip of our left ring finger in our lap. May we be a font of blessings for all we listen to, speak to, or speak of, and for all who listen to us or speak of us or to us. Together. May all relationships or speech of all beings know be as joyfully loving as a real or imagined Buddha speech symbolized by a multisyllabic mantra. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Om 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 Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. The interpersonal morality of kind communication is the third fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. To keep track of our 8th collection of 12 recitations of the mantra, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger upon the tip of our left middle finger in our lap. May we be a font of blessing for all who we touch or who touch us. May all bodies or forms of all beings now enjoy the beautiful health represented by Buddha's statuary, depicting the blissful body of a real or imagined Yadama archetype of enlightenment such as Shakyamuni. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. 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 Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. We come now to our 9th and final set of 12 recitations, of the 12-syllable mantra. To keep track of this, I recommend resting the great knuckle at the base of your right index finger upon the tip of your left index finger in your lap. Where doing so not only helps us keep track of numbers, but is wonderful for our subtle energy. May we be a font of blessing for all who we see or who see us. May all circumstances or lots of all beings now have their safe fortune or boon. As a Buddha's real or imagined paradise, spirit land or vaunting. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. 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 The circumstantial morality of kind commerce, swapping cruelty and competitiveness with kindness and cooperation, is the fifth fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 10 hours or so, I would very much like to return to lead today's evening meditation class and group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you.